Hello, hello, this is Hilaria from Acquafortis Astrology. So how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, good night, I don't know. But here it's morning, mid-morning, just had my coffee. So how are you? How's life treating you? How are these days? Let me know. Write in the comments. I will read every comment that you put in the comment section after I've done the video. I usually come to both at the same time. So, in this video, we shall talk about the Crescent Moon in Cancer from the traditional and shamanic astrologic point of view. Now, just a small explanatory note for those watching for the first time. Now, according to the ancient cultures, the new moon happens when the first slice of the moon is seen at the western horizon just after sunset. So the modern concept of the new moon for the ancients was actually a black moon. There was no moon in the sky, so it was more of an ending of a cycle and waiting than initiating things. So with this in mind, let's get to the new crescent moon of the month of June. So, on the 13th of June, the black moon ends the Gemini lunar cycle. It finishes in the 7th lunar mention called Adhira, the forearm. Now, the image linked to this lunar mention is of a man clothed in robes, with his hands extended to the heaven in a manner of a man who is praying. Now, on the 15th of June, 2018, we will be seeing the new crescent moon just after the sun sets, which will mark the beginning of the Cancer lunar cycle, which heralds the ingress of the sun in Cancer, marking the summer solstice. Now, the lunar mention that holds the crescent moon is the 9th, called Altarf, the eyes. Now, the image is that of a man covering his eyes. So we are passing from being thankful of what had happened to covering our eyes as if we do not want to see what's going to happen, what is happening. So this lunar mention is warning us that we aren't going to face smooth sailing waters, that there are challenges ahead, and things might slow down a bit, and this will obviously frustrate us. We don't like delays, any one of us. It is more of a time of inward consolidation than constantly moving forward. It is asking for prudence, tenacity, and stability. The lunar mention is also asking us to keep on having faith, to remember that we know how to pray. We are coming from that part of the lunar cycle, ending it, that we know how to pray. So even if we are heading for a slowing down of our plans, it is only temporary. Nothing is fixed. This too shall pass. And this fits nicely with the astrological weather. Mars, the energy of how we push forward in life, how we go and get what we want, is moving very slowly because he's preparing to start retracing his steps in the sky later in the month. So our forward motion will decrease. But that doesn't mean we are going to be in a stagnant mode. Not at all. This means that we will be reassessing what we have done so far. It's like going back to look what we have done and see what went wrong, what needs to be improved, what can we demolish and rebuild. The universe is giving us some time, sort of time out. Now you have to see what you have done wrong and let's rebuild it. The moon in Cancer is not only in her own house, doing as she likes, listening to her own music, eating her own food, having her own cup of tea, but she is also in her own decan. So she is a very, very happy lady and very powerful. She has Mercury by her side, answering to all her shifts and moods. She has Jupiter in Scorpio and Neptune in Pisces, further filling abundantly her cup with intense, deep healing waters that give her access to all kinds of emotional, possible and imaginable in this world and beyond it. She also has Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, causing her nightmares of security lost and of a world that is changing around her, changing and transforming, whether she likes it or not. And in the background, there is the constant bickering of Venus in Leo with Uranus in Taurus. So in this month, we shall feel a huge urge to be with our needs. Those needs we cannot do without, we cannot live without. It's to withdraw into ourselves and recharge. We know it's going to be stormy outside, so the best option is wait it out. It's not waiting out passively, because in our waiting we are going to look back at the past, look where we have failed to meet with our needs, and checking out that those needs are now being tended to and nurtured. We are stopping to assess our shelter, our foundations, and if needs be, change them. We shall be very vocal with what our needs are. We shall try to express them as much as possible. Although our communication with others and with ourselves is very much emotional, empathic and moody, and with no hint of logic at all. The link with others is so strong that it is as if we feel that the others are in ourselves. There is no you and me, but a huge us. And sometimes a huge mess of us. Our words can be tremendously soothing, as much as incredibly irrational. It is a lunar month that is saying that we need to balance nurturing ourselves and those who we care about. We're doing what needs to be done. To wake up every day, do our part, because in so doing we slowly but surely change reality an atom at a time, with an emotion at a time. Probably that would be best, an emotion at a time. There will be many ups and downs, with an emotional overload that sometimes we can barely control. There will be many moments where the F word will come out of our mouth with so much drama because we will feel as if we have reached a point where or we change or we break. The key is knowing that whatever happens, it will pass. And we know how to pray. That emotions are energy set in motion. They are clearing the ways. It's a bit like the flooding the land to make it fertile again, just how it used to happen in ancient Egypt at this time of the year, when the Nile flooded the land and eventually made the crops grow. And talking is part of the game. It might not be rational, it might be moody, it might not have a great articulate phrasing, but we shall communicate with others by coming directly from deep inside of us, without much logical filters. We shall cry, we shall be emotional, our love relationships will have a lot to say, but by the end of the month we will look back and see how much has changed, without even consciously knowing it. That's the beauty of it. So should you need any guidance, I'm available for private consultations. And so I wish you a blessed crescent moon in Cancer, and may the floods begin. We need them. We need them to clear the ways so that the crops can grow. And before you leave, remember, let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and share. Okay. And bye for now. Bye-bye, and have a great day.